Welcome to a special edition of Tigers Tonight. I'm your host, Bryan Moss. I had a chance to sit down with Memphis quarterback Seth Henigan at the AAC Media Day. So without further ado, here's that interview. All right, here with Seth Henigan, a Memphis quarterback. Seth, this is your fourth season. Is it your... I guess, how do you compare seasons? Are you more excited about this year than previous years, or how would you compare your 4 years coming into the season?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this season is the most expectation that we've had, and it's also the most production that we'll be having return of any season I've ever had. You know, you look at my freshman year, we lost Calvin and Sean Dykes, and that was a lot of our production. And then my sophomore year, Javon and Eddie Lewis transferred, so they were gone. Then junior year, Demir Blankensee and Rock kind of step onto the scene, and now both of them are back, and Kobe Drake and Anthony Lamphere. So that's all four of the kind of receiver guys coming back. So it's definitely an interesting dynamic to have a bunch of guys returning, and it'd be the first time that happened. So we're excited for sure.
Talk a little bit about the offensive line from spring camp. What are you looking for in fall camp? And, you know, I think from memory, is this the biggest offensive line you've had since you've been at Memphis?
Yeah, it's the biggest offensive line. You know, our transfer center, Trent Haller from Marshall, he's a big dude. He's a little bit bigger than Jacob Likes from last year. And then, obviously, we got transfer Jalen Nichols from South Carolina, who we expect big things from. And then transfer from Louisiana Monroe, Keydrell Lewis. And then Scooter, obviously, Xavier Hill is back, who's, first or second team all-conference last year. So there's a variety of guys, and I'm missing some. I'm missing Malachi, who started in the Iowa State game last year as a freshman. He's a big body. He's got more room to develop and get more athletic. And then, obviously, Jonah Gamble, who I've been forgetting to mention in a couple interviews, but he's back for his fourth year. So, I mean, they're an old group, they're a big group, and we've got 8 guys. So we still need to decide who's going to be playing at tackle and at guard and at center. So there's some competition still to be had this fall camp. And, I mean, hopefully no one gets their feelings hurt and understand their role, and hopefully it all works out.
And I think this year has the most depth at offensive line, too, because even the young guys that may or may not crack the 2 deep, like Parker Peterson or was it Greer? There's a Greer kid.
Jack Greer.
Yeah, Jack Greer. Talk about them. What do you see in the ones that people don't know about? You know, that are pushing, trying to get for some playing time or 2 deep chart.
Yeah, I mean, even some of those guys, they're big dudes, and they have a very high ceiling. Parker Peterson, yeah, like you mentioned, he's been working his butt off. He's a big joker. So. I mean, we're excited to see how their careers fare, but to be honest, we got so many transfer guys that are old, and we expect them to be the guys this year.
Yeah.
But we are deeper than we've ever been, and you know, even if someone happens to go down, we have guys that'll step up. Even Mitch Gildhouse started against Charlotte last year. I didn't even mention him. He's very capable to also play for us.
Talk about the QB room. What's the relationship between you and the other quarterbacks? Like, I think Aiden, came in. He's a freshman. Is he a freshman?
Yeah, Arrington.
Yeah. Oh, Arrington. Sorry. Yeah. So, what's your relationship like with the other QBs in the room?
I think it's good. You know, they want to learn. They're hungry to learn, and I try my best to kind of take them under my wing. And sometimes they need to listen a little bit better to me, because sometimes I can come off as in a joking manner a lot of the time, and then when I say something, they'll think that's a joke as well, but it's kind of serious. So, I mean, we have a great relationship. Every quarterback in the room, we're a tight-knit group, which is good, because I've been in quarterback rooms in the past where, you know, you're getting angry stares. You know, I look back at my freshman year and my sophomore year. In my freshman year, I was just the new guy in the room, and I ended up being the starter, so everyone else was like, what the heck? My sophomore year, you know, Tevin comes in, and we got to transfer Ryan Glover, so it was like a whole new group. So that was interesting as well, and then me and Tevin become like best friends. But you know, this group is coming to our second year together, and it's a good group, and they have high ceilings for sure. So they'll be all right if something were to happen, and in the future years, they're going to be just fine.
Talk about your growth from freshman till now. I feel before you were more of a quiet leader, let your work talk for you, but now I think you're a little bit more vocal. Was that hard to change, or you still feel that you're more of a leader that lead by example?
Yeah, it was hard to change, and I feel like I have changed to a certain degree. I'm still me. That was kind of my mindset. That's kind of probably why I struggled being the leader that some people in our program wanted me to be, is because I was kind of stubborn. I just want to be like, I'm me, and I am a leader, coach. Like, you don't need to tell me what to do, but I just need to do some self-reflecting and realize what I need to do is do more and continue to do more. I still need to do more, but being more of a vocal leader is important to me and important to even going forward. Scouts want that, and a quarterback is a vocal leader. And I had a coach tell me they want their quarterback to have a large, open, moving mouth. They want you to be heard and be seen being heard. So it's kind of interesting, just a bunch of different pearls of wisdom I've received from different people in terms of leadership, and I feel like the players on our team respect me. So I just need to continue being a great leader.
And you're breaking all sorts of Memphis records. Has any of the quarterbacks from Memphis in the past reached out to you, like Bryan or obviously Brady? You've talked to because he coached a little bit here.
Yeah.
But what's the relationship like with the past Memphis quarterbacks?
Yeah, Bryan's at some of the games and the Tiger walks, so I've been able to talk to him a little bit. And then obviously Brady Wyatt was a big part of my life, my true freshman year, and was a coach on the defensive staff my sophomore year. So I'm really grateful for Brady and his wisdom that he was able to give to me early in my career. But other than that, I've DM'd Riley Ferguson. Mm-hmm. We've talked a little bit, and then I've never talked to Paxton. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Now, I think you're 13 or 14 touchdowns away from breaking I think it's Bryan's touchdown, or maybe it's
Brady's.
It's Brady's. Okay. So I don't
know how many Bryan has.
Yeah. No, Brady did have a lot.
I know Brady has the record.
So if you just have an average season, not only will you have the Memphis record, but I think you'll be in top 20 all time in NCAA history. I don't know if you were aware of that.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah. Are you the type of person that looks at the personal records like that, or is that just like after the season, oh, that was pretty cool?
Yeah, it's more of after the season, that was pretty cool. And I look back at my career, I've never looked at my touchdowns or my yards. I've just looked at wins. And, it's disappointing to see my first 2 years and the way that they ended up being, just because, I'm a coach's kid, and all my dad cared about was winning. Mm-hmm. He didn't care how many yards I threw for, and so that's kind of my mindset as well, and how I'm going to be when I'm a coach is I don't care if my quarterback throws for 200 or throws for 500, as long as we win the game. And so it'll be cool to look back on my career and hopefully be able to say that I've done some cool things in terms of individual accolades, but it's all about getting those wins this year. And we're lucky enough to get some last year, double-digit wins, and we want to do that again for sure this year.
Now, all your tough road games, I think conference games are on the road. What is your mindset to not lose focus for those tough road games?
Understand the importance of those road games and how much weight that they carry. That's all it comes down to. Is those are the most important games. A lot of those road games are some of the teams that have had a lot more success in our conference. So just got to take it 1 week at a time, but understand the importance of those games.
What makes Coach Cramsey so great?
I think it's how personable he is. We have a great relationship, and he's not – he's a great coach, but he's not too serious every single day. He brings a lighthearted energy, and then whenever he needs to crack down on you, he's going to crack down on you. But he's a great offensive mind, and he's just a great person. And he always preaches us great people make great players. I think great people make great coaches as well. They make great recruiters, and I mean, football. There's only so many things to know about the X's and O's. Sometimes it just comes down to grit and wanting to play for each other, wanting to play for your coaches, and I want to put it all on the line for my two guys. You know, Coach Silverfield, who's been with me my whole time, and Coach Cramsey, who's pretty much been with me my whole time. So you just play for each other and let them worry about the strategy and just go out there and play. But they've had a great influence on my life. So.
Hey, you touched a little bit on Silverfield. I was going to ask you the same question. What makes Silverfield so great?
I mean, first of all, he's a great recruiter. He was great in my whole recruiting process, and that's what started out our relationship. And then he's just a real, and in a industry where you're told things that you want to hear just for them to get you to their program. He's an honest guy. I feel like a lot of people can say that as well and respect that. So that's my experience that I've had with him. Is he's kept it pretty real with me, and that's what I think is very important.
Memphis is one more. Oh, okay. What's the best thing about being a Memphis Tiger?
I mean, the people. I just think we have great people in our program, and the people that Coach Silverfield have recruited to our program are just great people with bright futures. And whether it's in football or in business or whatever it may be, I want them to be successful in whatever avenue they take, and I want to be right there with them. I want to be successful as well, whether it's in football or in the business world, whatever it may be. So, I mean, I'm excited for the future of not only our team, but these individual people in their future, in their lives after football. So, I just think we have good players, good people.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Have a good season.
Yeah.